All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're putting two absolute crypto heavyweights in the ring, Binance and Bybit. But look, this isn't just going to be another boring feature comparison. We're diving deep into a real clash of titans because each of these exchanges was built on a totally different idea of what a crypto platform should even be.
And you can see their core philosophies right from the get-go. On one side, you've got Binance, this massive all-in-one ecosystem. Think of it like a financial superstore. It has absolutely everything. And on the other side, you've got Bybit, the laser-focused specialist, built from day one for the active trader. So we're going to tackle this from two angles: the analyst, who loves scale and stability, and the trader, who lives and breathes for speed and perfect execution.
So, for our first round, we have to start with the most important question of all: trust. Can you actually rely on these platforms to keep your money safe? Because let's be real, everything else is built on top of this foundation. Okay, let's break this down. You can see they approach security from really different angles. Both have proof of reserve, which is great. That's table stakes these days. But then things get interesting. Binance has its legendary SAFU fund, which is basically a giant insurance piggy bank for worst-case scenarios. Bybit, it relies more on its network of partners for liquidity in a crisis. And their regulatory styles are polar opposites, which, as we're about to see, really matters depending on who you are. So, from that analyst's perspective, Binance's sheer size is its biggest strength. I mean, it's a fortress. It's the largest exchange on the planet. It has that dedicated safety fund, and frankly, it has survived some major crypto storms. If you're someone who values long-term stability above all else, that's a huge, huge plus. But then the trader chimes in and sees it totally differently. For them, Bybit's approach of adapting to local rules in, say, Europe or Asia is actually safer day to day. Why? Because there's way less risk of some sudden, sweeping global policy change that could lock up your account without warning. It all comes down to what kind of risk keeps you up at night.
And that brings us right into round two, the trading arena itself. This is where the action happens, and it's where the different DNA of these two platforms becomes crystal clear. This slide right here, this gets to the heart of it all. If you're looking to buy and sell actual crypto coins, the spot market, Binance is the undisputed king of the hill, no question. But if you're trading futures contracts, betting on where the price is going to go, well, Bybit was built from the ground up to be a master of that universe.
So what does this actually mean for you? Well, it depends entirely on how you trade. If you're moving a lot of capital in something like Bitcoin, Binance's deep order books are absolutely critical. That just means there are tons of buyers and sellers, so your big trade won't send the price haywire. But if you're hunting for opportunities and need a massive variety of futures contracts, especially for smaller coins, that's where Bybit's specialized focus really shines. And you can hear it in the trader's voice. It's all about opportunity. They see a potential setup on some random altcoin, and they want to act on it right now. Bybit's huge menu of futures contracts gives them that power, that flexibility. It just opens up a whole world of strategies that you can't really do elsewhere. But then the analyst brings us back down to earth, especially for the big money players. When you're not just playing around, but actually buying and selling huge amounts of an asset, liquidity is everything. Those deep order books on Binance mean you can execute a massive trade without getting killed by price slippage. For an institution or a whale, that's not just a nice to have, it's a non-negotiable.
Okay, for our third and final round, let's talk about something we all care about, the user experience. How does it actually feel to use these platforms every day? We'll dig into the interface and a feature that really highlights their differences: copy trading.
And really, it all boils down to this one simple question, doesn't it? Do you want a tool that's clean, simple, and just works without you having to think about it? Or do you want a powerhouse with every option under the sun, even if it means there's a bit of a learning curve? This slide just nails the user feedback we hear all the time. People consistently say Bybit is intuitive, clean, and just easy to get around. Binance, on the other hand, with its gigantic ecosystem, can sometimes feel like a total overload for the brain, especially if you're new. All those tools are powerful, sure, but they can also lead to confusion and mistakes if you're not careful.
A feature like copy trading is the perfect example of their different philosophies in action. You can see Binance sets a higher bar to get in as a master trader, a $500 minimum. They're trying to filter for more established professional traders. Bybit, true to its nature, it's all about flexibility. The entry is lower, and it lets one trader run multiple different strategies in separate sub-accounts. It just encourages more experimentation.
So after 3 rounds covering security, trading, and the user experience, it is time for the final verdict. But look, there's no single winner here. This is all about choosing the champion that's right for your corner of the ring.
So, how do you pick your champ? Well, think of it like this. Binance is the fortress. You go with Binance if you're a serious spot trader moving big volume, or if you want that all-in-one ecosystem and the stability that comes with being the biggest. Bybit, on the other hand, is the agile trading arena. It's the clear choice if you're an active derivatives trader who loves a clean interface and wants maximum flexibility. In the end, your trading style picks the winner. But before you run off and open an account, let me leave you with the most important point of this entire explainer. Whether you pick Binance, Bybit, or something else entirely, remember this: the exchange is just a tool. It will not save you. Your success or failure comes down to your strategy, your skill, and above all, your risk management. Now you know the difference. So, which tool is right for you?